Now there's several ways of doing a rib stitch. I'm just going to do a slip knot here, cross that over. And the one I'm going to show you is probably the most effective, and it looks more like knitting than any of the others, but I do find it the most tedious because it uses a slip stitch. Just do a few chain. It uses a slip stitch which I find very slow and tedious to do, so I tend to avoid this, even though it looks quite good. I'm more likely to do a double crochet rib. I'm not going to do very many chain because I find it so tedious. I'm just going to do a short length here. How many have we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do another one. 9. That will give me 8 stitches in each row. Excuse me, sorry. Begin by doing a row of double crochet. If you're American, you'll call that single crochet. So do your first double crochet into the second chain from your hook, and then just crochet all along. 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Then you're going to turn, but you don't do a turning chain because your next row is going to be slip stitches. So turn that. Let's get a bit more yarn off the ball. And just slip stitch all the way along. Now, quite often you find you have to pull that over, but that's why I find it so tedious. Just slip through there and then under that stitch. But another way, make it a little bit quicker. You find if you just turn your work a little, you can pull it through without having to pull that stitch over your hook. Just twist it around. The other thing is, though, it is easy just to make these too tight. Try and pull that out a little bit, make it nice and loose. Slip stitch that, just turn it around and you'll pull that through. Pull it a little bit bigger than you normally would. Pull that through. Pull a little, make it a little bit looser on you. Make it quite loose on your hook. Oops, didn't pull that one through, sorry. Pull that a bit looser. Into that last one there. And then one chain to turn because your next row is going to be double crochet, or as I said, if you're American, single crochet. As you look at it straight, you'll see a row of stitches at the front, and if you turn that over, there's a row at the back. Now those are the slip stitches you've just done, the ones along the back, and those are the ones you're going to work into when you do your double crochet row. That's your one chain, so miss that one. That's your one chain that you did to turn. So go into the first one and do double crochet. Oops. Turn it over so you can see where your next stitch is. Into there, under the 2 loops. Pull it through both. All the way along there. And that's all you do, just carry on doing that. One row of double crochet, one row of slip stitch. I do find this so tedious. The result is good. It looks like knitting. It's actually done sideways, unlike knitting where your rib goes up and down. If you're going to use this, what have I done there? If you're going to use this for a welt on a jumper or whatever, cardigan, made a right mess there, haven't I? I've gone in the wrong one, that's why. There we go. I'm going to use this on a jumper or a cardigan. Then you have to crochet a big long strip of it and then turn it sideways and work along the edge. I don't know why I'm showing you this, because I really do not like doing it, and it's even harder trying to do it when I'm not actually looking at my hands, I'm looking at the screen. And into that last one there. You might like it, you might like doing it, you might like the result and think it's worth it. Oops, here we go. You can see it already starting to form. There's the bit there where I went a bit wrong. The back, there's no rib on the back, unlike knitting where you can see the rib on either side. You don't see the rib on the back, just on the front. So for the next row, again, don't do a turning chain, just work slip stitches all along. Remembering to make your stitches on your slip stitch row quite loose on your hook. Remember when you get to the end of your double crochet row, there's one stitch there that's not very visible. Don't forget to work into that last. Let's just take that hook out. That last one there. Don't miss that out. It's quite easy to miss it. Your rows will just get shorter and shorter otherwise. Into that last one there. And I was going to do several rows to show you what it looks like. You do your next slip stitch row and then another double crochet row and keep doing that. But you know, I can't be bothered. That sounds good, does it? Not really selling this, am I? But there you go, that's what it'll look like. You'll get rows and rows of chain stitch going up there, which will look a little bit like rib, not quite like knitting rib, but it does give that kind of appearance. Of course, you're working this way. You make one big long strip and then do the main body of your jumper by crocheting along that edge there. It does have a little bit of a stretch, which is nice for a rib. There you have it. Well, almost have it because I haven't done much, but there you go.